Welcome back to IXION, where I have discovered a couple of things since the last episode, which, well, it does help to read the dialogues, but I guess that's why I have to make videos like 10 top things and so forth that I wish I knew, because when even I, who do this kind of thing, mostly as a hobby, but there are plenty of people who do this content creation thing as a living, don't get these things, well, then it's kind of understandable that not everyone else does either. So first of all, as I mentioned in the previous episode, you can't pause the game while dialogue is running. Well, remember when I was in the options? You can turn this on, and the dialogue will continue when you pause the game. That's one thing. Another thing I said in the last episode was that I hadn't counted the number of tiles on the floor of each sector. Again, as it so happens, it says here, it is 1680 tiles, 56 by 30. So, yeah. I guess that is a bit of a brain blooper on my end, that I actually hadn't read those things, and I actually did spend time reading these things, but I have managed to not see that. And I also didn't consider the fact that pausing the continue playing dialogue when game paused. I didn't consider that that was exactly what it was, because if I go out of the game, let me demonstrate. If I turn on the speed here and I click outside of the screen, the game pauses because it's no longer in focus. So I kind of assumed that that meant that if the game was not in focus, that it would continue if that option was turned to what I set it to. But of course it is the that would have been continue playing while game in background. Okay, brain bloopers aside, let's move our science ship. No, let's not move our science ship. We need to collect that science. Let's start doing some interior layout. There is one thing that I wanted to check, and that is the tech lab. The tech lab is... yeah, I thought so. It's 9 by 9. Because that was one thing that I wondered about, since we have 8 tiles underneath that sign. Wait. Oh, now I have to check this one more time. Now it is very distinctly 8 tiles left, so you can't place a tech lab in there. Okay. I want to move these stockpiles, and I really want to do some different things here. What we'll start with is some temporary stockpiles. Let's just do 3 of them, I think. No, 2 of them. And we'll do 1 here to make it 3. Start emptying out this one. Let's just power it off. And you also have to untick the resource. Then the other stockpiles that do store that item will come and pick it up. I also have to build another workshop. We can do that down here. And we can... no, that's just 2 powers. That's fine. Okay, these 2 are done. Let's remove and power off this and set this to accept alloys. And I should have put a road between there. Now I have to go around to get food down to the mess hall, which is... it's not a problem, but it takes a bit longer. Let's set this to take in polymer. And do this and that. Whenever you turn off power, you also free the workers, by the way. Just in case. I should probably jot that down in my little list of the second video that I'm going to make with tips. Let's see here. This needs to finish anyway. It's difficult to remember when I'm done with a video, so you'll have to forgive me for sometimes being a little bit distracted with things I have to write down. But I'm sure that's not a big problem for any of you. This one is empty, we can dismantle it. We have that one ready, we can dismantle this one. We also want to build a road out here and connect it to that, because that means that we're now connected to sector number 6, which is over here, and this is sector number 2. And I want to build another stockpile here. We're at 290. We can start dismantling some of these roads here. We can build a constructor down there. This stockpile we can set to accept food and shut down this one and turn off acceptance of food. I guess that's a good location for it, actually. So yeah, that's also another thing. A mess hall can serve up to 500 crew members without tech upgrades, but with tech upgrades you can increase that to 900 or something. I don't remember. We'll have to see when we get the tech or research lab up. Okay, I have to wait for these to actually deconstruct before I can start removing the roads. I believe there is 9 tiles left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. The puzzle of placing down the buildings in the most efficient manner in the different sectors, that's something that I'm curious about it and how it'll turn out. Do that and build another stockpile here. Set it to accept alloys. Because this one isn't emptying. I think I built that one that way. Speed it up a bit here. Yeah, that one finished 2 cycles ago. Let's go to Saturn. It's easy to miss those notifications when you don't get a voice notification. That one's gone, so we can remove the road here. Dismantle and dismantle. Can also just dismantle this one, to be honest. This one... No, I can set that one to alloys 2 for the moment. Actually, no. I need 12 power for the tech. The tech lab. Can turn off that, but that's not enough. Although I can just turn off the power of one of these, because it doesn't really matter anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
Good. Although this is not optimal. Ah, crap. I have to move that one too. Science ship has arrived. Can I move the science ship now? Yes, I can. Okay, which means you actually have to actively click the event before you lock the science ship. This is good. This is good. A signature trace from an EKP system has been detected near Saturn. EKP technology is the exclusive property of Dolos, but records indicate that the company has not deployed any missions to this sector. The signature will soon enter the atmosphere of Saturn. Let's send a team to investigate, where the Maxwell's team will perform EVA to locate and investigate the signature. I could have turned that one on, but... Can I build food buildings yet? No. We are dependent upon the Urshanabi for now. I want to build a workshop. Wait, I've done this wrong, haven't I? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Of course it had to be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is also very inconvenient. Well, I'm going to have to block that exit and also that exit. Or do I... Because I'm going to build a workshop there. To ponder this a bit. Do I want to have another 4x4 building there? Yeah, I think I do, to be honest. Okay, let's move the roads a bit more. Activate this and set it to accept polymer, where we dismantle this one. And extend the road out, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. We'll deal with this area eventually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's not bad. That means I can have a memorial up there. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's actually perfect. I can have a memorial and maybe a battery and a stockpile. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to actually move that workshop down there. Yeah, I know. Make up your mind, Caledon. Make up your mind. We're at 53. Turn that one off. And turn that one off. And let's build the tech lab. Yeah, that's fine. We also need an EVA airlock. So let's power this one off, actually, because we need an EVA airlock before... No. I need this before I can build an EVA airlock, so I'll have to turn it off again. Nine. 47, good. Let's speed things up a bit while we wait for this to finish up. Does this happen to be 6x6? It does. Handy. More houses in here then. Eventually.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
See, now it plays while I have the game paused. Imagine that!
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolo's expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vole engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tiqqun's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you are equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
That is probably good advice. New objective, construct the Vole engine. I really love the music in this game. Guillaume David is such a great composer. For those of you who might not be aware, he also made the soundtrack for Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, which is a soundtrack that I regularly listen to on Spotify. Administrator, reports are being received relating to Bargeville-Klein optimization protocols on board the Tiqqun. They indicate that crew members are being overworked. Although Dolos employment contracts make it clear that a high degree of flexibility is required, this situation is beginning to take its toll on morale. It would be pragmatic to deploy additional crew members or reduce the number of concurrently active workplaces. Which means that I'm actually at a loss for workers currently. Not sure why we're at 79, this should have been 80. Let's request additional staff from the Urshanabi, because why not? So we'll get 20 more workers from the Urshanabi. Yeah, let's just go pick them up. We also need to go into the tech lab and we need to research the EVA airlock. That's 30 science. And you can see the upgrades. You're not allowed to take a look at the upgrades before you have the technology itself researched, which is interesting to me. Now we have 9 homeless people. We do have power to build one more house though. Yeah, let's build one more crew quarters. Here you can see waste being built up, and let's quickly explain that. If I can, I can't currently. Basically, the default policy is that waste will be processed by the buildings. Did the science mission down here bug? Yes, it did. Send a team to investigate. That sometimes happen. I'm not sure why. Probably something that will be ironed out in an early patch. I thought it took a bit long. And I've had that happen a few times. The technology EVA airlock has been unlocked, so we'll need to power down the tech lab again. And we have to build an EVA airlock, which thankfully does not require more than 12 power. We'll build that there. And we need a road to the airlock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, of course. I could build it there, or I could build it here. I think the most sensible place to build it is there, actually. Start dismantling that thing. Good.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Summary of intelligence on the EKP signature. A prototype rocket sent by the UN seems to use a variation of EKP. We have stripped it down and recovered schematics. Sure, the UN appreciates that. That means we get 10 science ready for extraction. Next up, we can... Oh, that was the only thing I could do there. Did I do the right choice? I'm not sure if I did the right choice there. I have a list of what choices I should have made. Sorry about the laughing in the background here. Yeah, it was the correct choice. The other one would have yielded nothing. Okay, I should keep that list handy. Some of those can actually, not in the prologue, but some of those can actually yield catastrophic results. All science has been collected from Saturn, so let's send the Maxwell up to Mars. And now we want to build a solar panel, since we have the EVA Elrock. This is rather simple. We have 2 sets of solar panels. As you can see, it pops up as yellow, and it's on either side here. Both of these first ones are just, I think it's 10 and 15 alloys, and then it progressively gets more and more expensive, but they are independent of one another. Let's build solar panel set 1 and also solar panel set 2, because we have enough polymer. We'll also get a bit more polymer from Mars. Another thing, as I did mention in my tip video, I'm not sure everyone might have watched that, but the tech lab produces 1 research every 30 cycles. That is ridiculously bad. If you go to the upgrades in here and you go to the tech lab, you can actually make it produce 3 units every 5 cycles or even 5 units every 5 cycles. But if you don't have either assistant promotion or both assistant promotion and intelligent lab, because intelligent lab is dependent upon assistant promotion, I suggest just keeping the tech lab unpowered, because unless you're researching something, of course, because having it powered on for the passive science using 12 power and 30 workers is kind of stupid, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. You are free to differ on your opinion, of course. 280. I really want to get rid of all of these. What does a mining ship cost? Yeah, it costs 20, so we're good, we're good. Especially since we get more polymer from Mars. Also, every 5th cycle, that is any cycle that ends in 4 or 9, is a food cycle or a meal cycle. So that's when the food will actually be detracted from the mess hall. And we have 2 new solar panels ready, so now we have a lot of power available. Excellent. Let's build 2 stockpiles up there, and we can remove these. Now, we don't need to repair the hull currently. We will have a need for that later on, but it'll take 2 alloys currently to repair 29 hull points per cycle. I believe that is upgradable as well. Yeah, repair efficiency increased by 10, 20 and 30%. These technologies are critical when you start having more than 3 sectors.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay, Mars. So we can repair the fort in the exchange, but let's read this. The UN has established a facility on Mars. Its crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply system. They have submitted an official request to Dolos for aid. So we can repair the fault in exchange for resources. That'll cost us 20 alloys, but it'll yield 20 polymer. Yes. We can also choose to repair the fault in exchange for research data, which will cost 10 alloys and 10 polymer, and will yield 10 science. Or we can outright refuse, which is... They won't be happy. Let's do this one though. The 20 polymer will come in handy, so the Maxwell's crew will utilize Tiqqun resources to help repair the fort. We need to assign a ship for that, so we'll assign the cornucopia, standing by, so that's handy, and it'll take 1.4 cycles to get there. So we'll do that, and out we go and back into the Tiqqun. We can set that one to accept alloys, which means we can remove these as well now. And that literally clears out the floor. Yeah, it's 5 vehicles per building. You can see it's taking 5 and 5 up there, so... something to keep in mind. And that's the chlor.
A science ship team has completed a task.
That's the chlor fleened, or the floor cleaned, depending on how you like to pronounce it. The oxygen supply system has been repaired, and the relationship between Dolos and our competitor has improved by 36%. Not bad. I'm glad that the UN approves, and we get 20 polymer ready for extraction. But the cargo ship immediately turned around because it's going to pick it up. I don't think there's any other science mission... No, there's no more science mission left, so we can send the Maxwell back to the Tiqqun. We can also power on the tech lab again, but do we have enough workers for that? No, not really. How many do we need? 15. It's going to take 30 workers. That said, I think it is a good idea anyways. We need 5 more workers. I can turn this one off, which means we will be at 1-1. Apparently we didn't have enough food to feed all our crew, which is yet another good reason to turn this one on, because we should research the insect farm, which raises insects, converting them into 1 food after 1 cycles. Because we need 2 of those to feed our crew. I think I'll set this one to accept that as well and empty this one out. As a matter of fact, I'll dismantle it all together. I want a road in between there, so I'm going to do a little bit of restructuring, I think. Maybe not the way that I'm thinking of, actually. It is beneficial for me to know what's upcoming. I definitely noticed that, because otherwise I would be stumbling quite a bit with the grid layout. Not saying that my grid layout is optimal. It's probably not optimal at all, the way that I do things, but I do at least have an idea, which is a good thing. Okay, so in there we will build 4 houses. or crew quarters, if you will. And we'll need for them to finish. Now we should also build the Vole engine, which we do out here on engines and external systems. It'll take 100 alloys, and hull repair will be temporarily paused during construction, but yeah, that's not a problem. Have to power that one on. We need the alloys. Good. Those are done, so we can tear down and tear down, tear down, and tear down. Temporarily, now we can build the insect farms, so we need to do that, but temporarily we'll build a mess hall there and an infirmary there. Would have been nice if we could move the buildings around, but no such luck. And we're in the meal cycle, so that's good. I want to remove this road. I don't know why I built that, to be honest. Let's see here. We can tear that one down again. I only need one.
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tiqqun, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri.
Thank you.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
That means we get... what exactly? 100 more crew members, okay. Well then, and 10 more food. Yeah. New event. Administrator, the food supplies are dwindling. Despite client control protocols, some crew members have become aware of this. They are worried food will soon run out. Making a public commitment to increase food production would squash any simmering rumors about your management skills. We can either pledge that there will be 3 insect farms in the Tiqqun within 10 cycles, or we can refuse. Dolos administrators are not beholden to rumor. We will pledge because I'm going to build 4 of them, actually. Now we can tear this mess hall down. And this infirmary as well. And we can build a road between there. And then we'll build an infirmary there. And 4 more crew quarters there. We're going to need a bit of crew quarters now. And we can also build an insect farm. Empty out that one. And empty out that one. Send all the alloys down here for now. $44 homeless. Yeah. We can dismantle this one. We need to have some alloys left, but I don't think it's critical to have that many, to be honest. But we should not be starved for alloys. In the tech tree, I also need to research the probe launcher. How much do these cost? 20? Yeah, we can build 4. Dismantle these temporarily to get the alloys back into circulation. We have 59 homeless, so we need more crew quarters. Yeah, I'm just going to have to build a lot of these.
Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the Vole bonding procedure. Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tiqqun is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light, and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
And I forgot to unmute my microphone, so there was a bit of a part there where I didn't actually record any of my voice. Noob content creator. Anyhow, what I said was, let's hope that Dolos, or Vanir Dolos, isn't too close to the truth in terms of what might await us as humanity. And secondly, we have to move the Tiqqun into orbit of the moon, which is what I just did. And with that, we are ready to start the Vole engine, which I think we have time to do that. There is a cinematic involved. Before I start up that cinematic, I am actually going to adjust the volume level of the game. Like so. This might not be the worst position to have it in, actually, but some of the music might be quite loud, so... Anyhow, let's activate the Vole engine. All power from the main grid will be diverted to the engine during the 0.5 cycle charge preceding ignition. Sectors will be powered by batteries during this time. The charging procedure cannot be interrupted or cancelled.
In accordance with Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tiqqun before Vole jump initiation.
Of course, all ships were in the Tiqqun, so actually this is a bit loud. I saw it went into the yellow and yes, so. But I really want you guys to hear the audio in the video quite clearly, as it is quite the video.
Vole engine ready.
And this game actually respects the volume sliders when it comes to the videos. For now, enjoy the video.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the Earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the Earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tiqqun Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together,
pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vole engine.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within Vole jump routines. Vole engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised. Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%. Activating Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues requiring immediate attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Yeah. Let's just say that they probably should have tested this Vole jump engine a little bit better. Because, well, the moon did not exactly... Well, you know, you saw what happened. Probably wasn't the optimal outcome, shall we say? Although, with that, I think we should wrap up this video, and we'll deal with the events here and have a look at the solar system and how things stand and what to do in the next video. This is one of those excellent times where a cliffhanger is, well, it just feels appropriate to have a cliffhanger here. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to leave any comments in the comment section. That includes questions and even a little emoji if you want to help out with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you all in the next episode.